Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today the Cubs get to the end of what might be a record-setting 8,000-mile road trip. They have played 8 games so far, going 3-5 on this road trip. This is game number 9. We are in London for the second game of a 2-game set with the St. Louis Cardinals. These games technically are home games for the Cardinals, although being played a little ways away from St. Louis. Cubs coming in third place in the NL Central, 5 games behind the division-leading Reds, and going to send Jonathan Loaiza out to the mound. He's going to make start number 15. He is 3-4 with a 4.81 ERA, 1.22 WHIP. He'll be opposed by the Cardinals' Carlos Martinez, who is also making start number 15. He is 6-3 with a 3.39 ERA, 1.20 WHIP. Cubs are going to send Happ, Santana, Bryant, Ozuna, Shaw, Contreras, Baez, Loaiza, and Hayward out for a lineup. The Cardinals will counter with Wong, Carpenter, Goldschmidt, Bruce, Bader, Miller, DeYoung, Molina, and the pitcher Martinez. 64 degrees, a little bit cooler than yesterday. No wind at the stadium for today's game. And let's play some baseball. I don't think that anyone in London is going to confuse this for cricket, but who knows? We don't really know what they're expecting here today. So Ian Happ is going to lead off against Carlos Martinez. The Cubs come in at 34-37, third place in the NL Central, right behind the second place Cardinals, who are at 35-35. Happ with a full count, waiting for the payoff pitch from Martinez. Here's the sign and the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle for Ian Happ. He's going to lead this game off with a single. Nice piece of hitting by Mr. Happ, kind of an inside-out swing on a cutter to just knock it out into center field. And now Danny Santana's going to bat. Santana comes up with a 1-1 count, and he hits one hard into left field, but a diving catch. Oh, he got robbed. Miller made a diving catch out there in left field. Otherwise, Santana might have had extra bases out of that one. Chris Bryant's now coming up to bat. 1 out, 1 man on. 1-2 count for Bryant. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a hard hit ball into the right field gap. Bryant heading for second. He's going to have extra bases. Happ rounding third. He's going to head home. Bryant sliding in safely to third with an RBI triple. And the Cubs have taken the lead at 1-0. Chris Bryant with a hustling play took advantage of Bruce being slow getting that ball back into the infield, and now Ozuna's going to bat with 1 out, and Chris Bryant standing on third. 3-1 count to Ozuna. And here's the pitch. That's going to be popped up to center. It may be deep enough. The center fielder's coming in. Bryant is going to tag up and head home, and he's going to slide, and he will be safe. Chris Bryant beats the throw on a hustling play from third. Ozuna is credited with a sacrifice fly and an RBI. Cubs now have a 2-0 lead in the top of the first inning. Travis Shaw, the next batter. 2 outs, full count to Shaw. And that is popped up to right. Shaw is going to fly out to end the inning. Well, the Cubs score twice and now lead the Cardinals 2-0 in the bottom of the first inning. Colton Wong against John Loaiza with a 1-1 count, and there's a bunt attempt right back at Loaiza. Easy play over to first for out number 1. I don't think that's really the placement that Wong was looking for with that bunt attempt, but Carpenter now the batter with a 2-2 count, 1 out, and Loaiza. Well, that's going to be a hard hit ball by Carpenter. That's going to go all the way to the wall, over Santana's head. Carpenter slides into second, and he is safe with a double. I feel like Santana recovered quickly and very nearly threw Carpenter out at second. Goldschmidt now the batter with 1 out, runner in scoring position, 3-0 count. And Goldschmidt gets the free pass. He heads down to first. That is a 4-pitch walk. And none of them were particularly close. Jay Bruce down the batter with 1 out, first and second. Loaiza pitching. Here's the first pitch. And that's going to be a base hit into left center field. Bruce went the other way with that one. 1 run is in. Bruce has a double. And the runner on first stops at third. That's Goldschmidt. So now the lead is cut in half at 2-1. Harrison Bader now batting against Loaiza with second and third and 1 out. Cardinals trying to come storming back here in the bottom of the first inning. 1-2 count. Loaiza with the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is Bader getting set down on a changeup for out number 2. Miller now the batter. 2 outs, 2 men on. Loaiza with a 1-0 pitch. That's a grounder up the middle. The second baseman has it. Throws to first for out number 3. Well, the Cardinals score a run, but the Cubs do maintain the lead at 2-1. And now Contreras is going to lead off for the Cubs in the top of the second inning. Contreras will face Martinez with an 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit hard into center field. The running play, diving play in right center field, and that's going to rob Contreras of what looked like a really good hit. Baez, now the batter with 1 out, nobody on, 0-1 count to Baez. And that's going to be lined into left field. That'll be a clean single for Baez. With 1 out. Baez standing on first, and Loaiza the batter. First pitch to Loaiza, and Baez is running. He slides, and he is out. Molina, 15 base stealers thrown out in 49 attempts. Baez became out number 2, and now Loaiza is batting with 2 outs and a 1-0 count. And Loaiza is hit by the pitch. Wow. That one must have just gotten away from him, I suppose. Loaiza heads down to first, and now Jason Hayward's the batter. Hayward with 2 outs looking for the first pitch from Martinez. And that's going to be a grounder. It's going to get past the first baseman down the right field line. Loaiza heading for third. Hayward is going to have extra bases. Loaiza is going to come all the way around, and he is going to score, and that's going to be an RBI double for Jason Hayward. Cubs are now up 3-1. And that base running maneuver by Baez seems to have cost the Cubs in this situation. Now Happ is the batter with 2 outs. Hayward standing on second. Cubs already extended the lead by 1. It is 3-1, and that's going to be a pop-up on the infield. The pitcher, Martinez, has it, and that is going to be out number 3. Well, the Cubs score again, and they increase the lead to 3-1. DeYoung now batting against Loaiza, bottom of the second inning. Full count pitch, here it comes. That is up and in for ball 4. That was up around his armpit. And now Molina is going to come up. He's going to bat with runner on first, nobody out. 1-1 count to Molina. And that'll be a routine grounder to short. That'll be Baez to Happ to Shaw. And that is a tailor-made double play, as the Cubs now have 2 outs and nobody on base. Carlos Martinez, the pitcher, is going to bat with a 3-1 count, and he's going to line a single into left field, past the glove of Bryant, and that'll be a base hit with 2 outs. Wong now batting with Martinez on first. Full count pitch. Grounder to second. Happ has it, throws to first, and that'll retire the side. Well, the Cardinals get a couple of base runners, but do not score. We go to the top of the third inning of a 3-1 Cub lead. Santana going to bat for himself here from the left side in the top of the third inning. First pitch from Santana, and that'll be a weak grounder to short. The throw goes to first, and Santana is retired by less than a step. Bryant now batting. 1 out, nobody on base. 0-1 count to Bryant. Here's the pitch. Popped up on the infield. Bryant is going to be retired for out number 2. DeYoung making the catch there. And Ozuna now batting with 2 outs. Nobody on. 1-1 count to Ozuna. And that's hit hard into left center field, but that's going to be playable. And Ozuna is retired for out number 3. Well, the Cubs are retired in order. We go to the bottom of the third of a 3-1 Cub lead. Loaiza pitching to Carpenter to lead off the Cardinals half of the third. Here's a full count pitch from John Loaiza. And that is low. It is ball 4. Carpenter gets a lead-off walk. Walk number 3 issued by Jonathan Loaiza. Goldschmidt now batting with a 1-0 count, and Goldschmidt hits that one hard into center field, over Santana's head to the wall. Goldschmidt's got extra bases. He's coming into second. The runner stops at third. Carpenter advancing first to third on that extra base hit. And now the Cardinals have second and third, nobody out, and Jay Bruce is the batter here in the bottom of the third inning. 0-2 count, Loaiza working to Jay Bruce. That is a check swing strikeout for number 1. First out of the inning, strike 3. And now Harrison Bader is the batter. With 1 out, second and third. 0-1 count to Harrison Bader. Here it comes, and he is hit. Wow. Loaiza got a piece of him, and that'll bring up Miller with the bases loaded and 1 out. 2-2 count to Miller. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit hard into right field. Hayward has it. He throws home. The throw is going to be late. Well, Hayward gets that rocket in right field for out number 2. However, the runner, Carpenter, ends up scoring on the sacrifice fly. So now there's 2 outs, runners on the corners. Cardinals have made this game 3-2, and DeYoung is going to bat. 0-2 count, and that one gets away. That's going to allow the runner to score from third on the wild pitch. And now the game is tied at 3. So the wild pitch by Loaiza allows the third run to score. He still has 2 outs, runner standing on second, and a 1-2 count. And that'll be popped up to left. That's going to be playable. It's going to be put away for out number 3. Well, the Cardinals come storming back to tie the game at 3 in the bottom of the third. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Travis Shaw going to lead off for the Cubs against Carlos Martinez. 2-1 count. Shaw hits it against the shift, but the third baseman Carpenter reacts and throws him out at first base. Contreras now batting. 0-2 count to Contreras. Here's the pitch. That is strike 3 called. Contreras dangerously close to seeing his batting average dropping down below his weight, I believe. Baez now batting with 2 outs, nobody on. 2-0 count to Baez. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit for Baez. That's going to be into the left center field gap. Baez rounding first, heading for extra bases. He is going to be standing into second with a 2-out double. So Baez in scoring position, and Loaiza the batter now in the top of the 4th inning. 2 outs. 0-1 count. Loaiza gets a base hit through the infield. Baez rounding third. He is going to head home. Baez slides in safely to home, and the Cubs have retaken the lead at 4-3 on the Jonathan Loaiza RBI single. Hayward now batting with Loaiza on first. 2 outs. 2-2 count to Hayward. And Hayward grounds weakly to second. The throw goes to first. Almost pulls him off the bag, but he manages to maintain one toe touching the base. The Cubs do pick up another run, and they now lead the game 4-3. Loaiza is going to face Molina. He'll face the 8, 9, and 1 batters here in the bottom of the 4th inning in the Cardinal lineup. Full count pitch to Molina. Here it comes. That's going to be hit hard. That is going to clear the wall in left center field, and the Cardinals have tied this game at 4 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Yadier Molina, 426 feet on the solo home run. And now O'Neill is going to bat with nobody out. The game newly tied, 2-2 count. Loaiza looking into the plate. And that is strike 3 called. Loaiza gets the strikeout for out number 1 in the bottom of the 4th. Wong now batting. First pitch to Wong with 1 out, bases clear. And that's going to drop in for a base hit. That's over the shortstop's head into left center field. That is going to be a base hit for Wong, and Carpenter's now going to bat with 1 out, 1 man on. 3-1 count to Carpenter, and that is ball 4. I'm not sure if that was low, perhaps. Looked kind of good up here from the booth, but nevertheless, Cardinals have first and second, and 1 out, and Goldschmidt is the batter. Threatening here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 3-1 count to Goldschmidt. Here comes the pitch. And Loaiza misses. That is ball 4. He is really struggling here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And now Albert Alzolay is going to be the new Cub pitcher. Well, the day is done for Jonathan Loaiza. He threw 88 pitches in 3 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs all earned, 5 walks, and 3 strikeouts, and a solo home run allowed. Just not a good line today for John Loaiza. Albert Alzolay is coming in. He's thrown 21 2/3, 13 walks, 20 strikeouts, 3.32 ERA, and he is going to try to get out of this inning with 3 runners on base and only 1 out. Jay Bruce is the batter. Alzolay with a 2-1 count, looking for the sign, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a base hit into the right center field gap. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. That's a double for Jay Bruce, and the Cardinals now own a 6-4 lead. RBI number 36 and 37 on the season for Jay Bruce, and now Alzolay will pitch to Harrison Bader, still with 1 out, runners on 2nd and 3rd, 2-2 count. And that one gets away. That's a wild pitch. Alzolay allows another run to score on the wild pitch. It is now 7-4 Cardinals. The runner on 2nd advances to 3rd. That's Jay Bruce, and now Bader is batting with a full count and 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. That is strike 3, but that one gets away. It's another wild pitch. Contreras has to throw down to first to retire the 2nd out of the inning. Thankfully, Bruce was apparently sleeping at 3rd base. He didn't attempt to advance. So now Miller is batting with 2 outs, runner on 3rd, 0-2 count from Alzolay. And that's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Well, Alzolay gets him out of the inning, but a couple more runs score. We go to the top of the 5th inning now of a 7-4 Cardinal lead. Ian Happ is going to face Chris Ellis, as both starters have now been knocked out of this game. Happ is 1 for 2 today, looking for the first pitch from Ellis. Here's the sign and the pitch, and that's going to be a weak grounder over towards 2nd. The pitcher actually has it on the right side of the mound, and he takes it to first for out number 1. Santana now batting with a 1-0 count, waiting for this pitch, and that's a pop-up to left field. That is going to be playable. It's going to be caught for out number 2. Chris Bryant now batting. Cardinals leading 7-4, top of the 9th, 2 outs, nobody on. 2-2 count to Bryant. Here's the pitch. And that is swing and a miss, strike 3 on a changeup that left him fooled. We go now to the bottom of the 5th inning of a 7-4 Cardinal lead. Owlsley going to continue to pitch. This is his 2nd inning work. First pitch, and that's going to be a line drive to right field. That is going to be over the wall for a home run as Hayward just looks up and watches it leave. DeYoung has his 10th home run of the season, 391 feet, and the Cardinals now lead 8-4. Molina now batting with nobody out and nobody on base, bottom of the 5th inning. 2-0 count to Molina. Owlsley with the pitch. That's a pop up to left. That is going to be playable. Ozuna pulls it in for out number 1. Ellis now batting. The Cardinal reliever is going to pit back for himself against the pitcher Owlsley. 1-1 count. And that's going to be a ground ball past the first baseman down the right field line. That's going to be extra bases as he slides into second with a double. And Owlsley is struggling here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Wong now batting with 1 out, runner in scoring position. 2-1 count from Owlsley. And that's hit hard to center field, but Santana watches that one go over his head and all the way to the wall. That's an RBI double. Another run scores. It is now 9-4 Cardinals as Wong drives in RBI number 18 on the season. Carpenter now batting. He comes up with 1 out. Runner on second, 3-0 count. Owlsley misses low and in for ball 4. And that is going to be a walk for Carpenter. We're going to have first and second, 1 out, and Goldschmidt is the batter. Goldie waiting for the pitch from Owlsley. And that's going to be popped up to left. It should be playable. Ozuna catches it for out number 2. So Jay Bruce now the batter with 2 outs, 2 men on. Cardinals have scored twice this inning. 1-2 count from Owlsley. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. I believe that's going to drive in yet another run. The Cardinals, the throw comes home and the Cardinals score their 3rd run of the inning. It is now 10-4 as Jay Bruce gets an RBI single. And now Casey Sadler is coming into pitch. He's thrown 25 2/3 this year, 6 walks, 16 strikeouts, and a 3.16 ERA. 2-1 count. Sadler working, and there's a ground ball to second. Happ has it, throws to first, and that is out number 3. Well, mercifully, the inning ends. Cardinals score 3 more times and now take a 10-4 lead into the top of the 6th. Ozuna is going to bat. Marcell Ozuna leading off for the Cubs in the top of the 6th inning. 0-2 count. And that is a swing and a miss for strike 3 as Ellis records strikeout number 2. Shaw now the batter with 1 out and 1-2 count. Shaw waiting for the pitch. That's a strike looking. That is strike 3 as Shaw is sent back to the dugout for out number 2. Contreras now batting. 1-1 count, 2 outs, nobody on. And Contreras grounds weakly to third. The throw goes to first, and Contreras is retired easily for the 3rd out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning of a 10-4 Cardinal lead. Miller is the batter. He's going to lead off against Casey Sadler in the Cardinals half of the 6th. 1-2 count from Sadler. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That was a nice curveball right there. And DeYoung is now going to bat with 1 out. 1-1 count. Sadler working. Grounder to short. That'll be routine. Baez throws to first, and that is out number 2. Molina now batting. Sadler will face Molina with 2 outs and nobody on in the bottom of the 6th inning. Sadler looking for the sign, and here comes the pitch. That's popped up to center. Santana goes back to the warning track, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Well, the Cardinals do not score. We go to the top of the 7th inning with a 6-run Cardinal lead. Baez leading off for the Cubs, trying to get something going here in the top of the 7th. 1-ball count to Baez, and here's the pitch. And that is going to be hit hard to the gap in right center field. That is going to be off the wall. Extra bases for Baez. He is rounding second. He is heading for third. Javier Baez leads off the Cubs half of the 7th with a triple. And now, Jason Kipnis is going to be sent up to pinch hit for the pitcher spot. He's going to stand in from the left side against the righty Ellis with Baez on third and nobody out. 3-1 pitch to Kipnis. Ellis with the pitch. Low and away, that is ball 4, and Kipnis heads down to first. So the Cubs have first and third, nobody out, and Jason Hayward batting in the top of the 7th inning. 1-1 count to Hayward. Here's the pitch. Hayward is hit. Hayward takes that one off the helmet and heads down to first. So the Cubs, down by 6 runs, but trying to make a dent in this lead, have the bases loaded, nobody out, and Ian Happ is the batter. 1-2 count to Happ. Happ swings and misses at a fastball that was way outside. That's strikeout number 4 for Chris Ellis, and the Cubs' first out of the inning. So the bases are now loaded for Danny Santana. Santana stepping up from the left side against the righty Ellis. First pitch to Santana. And that's a line drive to left field that's going to be playable. It's caught. The runner tags up and heads home, and the Cubs get a run. The lead is now 10-5 in favor of the Cardinals. Credit that as a sacrifice fly for Danny Santana. Kipnis also tags up and heads to third as the Cubs score a run, and now there are 2 outs, runners on the corners for Chris Bryant. 1 strike count to Chris Bryant. Here's the pitch, and Bryant is hit. That's the second batter of the inning that's been hit by Ellis. I feel like Ellis might have something, a bone to pick with the Cubs here, and now Brebbia is going to be brought in to pitch for the Cardinals. Maybe Ellis just didn't really have it today, but those 4 strikeouts sure look pretty sharp. So Brebbia is going to face Ozuna. If the Cubs are going to come back, it's really got to start here. There's 2 outs, but the bases are loaded. Marcell Ozuna standing in at the plate. 0-1 count to Ozuna. Brebbia looking for the sign. And here's the pitch, and Ozuna grounds to second. That'll be routine. The throw goes to first, and the Cubs are retired in the top of the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning of a 10-5 Cardinal lead. Matt Kemp is going to pinch hit for the pitcher's spot. He'll lead off against Sammy T here in the bottom of the 7th inning for the Cardinals. 1-ball count. Kemp waiting for the pitch. And here it comes. Grounder to third. Bryant has it, throws to first for out number 1. Colton Wong the batter now. 2-0 count from Sammy T. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a base hit into center. Santana cuts it off, but not before Colton Wong gets a single out of it. Carpenter now the batter with 1 out, 1 man on. First pitch, and there goes the runner. The throw goes to second, and Contreras throws out Wong stealing. 6 base runners thrown out in 33 attempts for Wilson Contreras. So now there's 2 outs. Carpenter still batting with an 0-2 count. And here's the pitch. That's going to be lifted. It's going to be just over the second baseman's head into right field for a single. Well, it's a good thing that runner was thrown out in second. And Carpenter standing on first with a single. Goldschmidt now the batter. 2 outs. 1 man on. 2-2 count. And that is hit a mile. That is going to easily clear the wall in left center field. That's 2 more runs for the Cardinals on the 2-run shot by Goldschmidt, and now the Cardinals lead 12-5. 418 feet for Goldschmidt on that particular home run. Jay Bruce now batting, 2 outs, nobody on, 1-2 count, and Bruce swings and misses for strike 3. Well, the Cardinals score 2 more times, and now we go to the top of the 8th inning of a 12-5 Cardinal lead. Ryan Helsley is going to be the new pitcher for the Cardinals. He's thrown 22 1/3, 11 walks, 28 strikeouts, and a 3.63 ERA. He will face Shaw, Contreras, and Baez in the top of the 8th inning. 2-1 count from Helsley. And here's the pitch. Shaw pops it up to right. The right fielder comes in and makes the play for out number 1. By the way, that pitch from Helsley clocked in at 101 miles an hour. Might be the first time we've seen that this season. Contreras now batting with 1 out, 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a routine grounder to short. The throw goes to first, and that is out number 2. Baez now the batter. 2 outs. Full count, payoff pitch from Helsley. Here it comes. Baez checks his swing, but he is sent down anyway. The Cubs are retired in order. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning of a 12-5 Cardinal lead. Solano is going to be the pinch hitter for the Cardinals here in the bottom of the 8th. He'll face Sammy T, who's going to log his 2nd inning of work. 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. Popped up to left, that'll be playable. It's going to be caught for out number 1. Miller is the batter. He's going to face Sammy T with 1 out, 1-1 count, nobody on base. And there's a pop-up on the infield. Happ calls off Contreras to retire Miller for out number 2. DeYoung now batting with 2 outs, nobody on, 1-0 count. And that's hit hard down the left field line. I do not believe there's going to be a play on that one. That is going to clear the wall as Ozuna watches it carry 357 feet out to left field. The Cardinals have now made the lead 13-5. You know, at a certain point, you'd think there'd be somebody else in the bullpen that could pitch. Sammy T is at 26 pitches, and I know he threw yesterday as well. Molina now going to bat. With an 0-2 count, Molina waiting for the pitch. There's a grounder up the middle. The throw goes to first, and Molina's retired for out number 3. Well, Cardinals score again and make this game 13-5 going into the top of the 9th. Helsley is going to face the pinch hitter Tauschman in the top of the 9th inning. Full count to Tauschman. Helsley with the pitch. That is ball 4, low and in. And now Souza is going to bat. He's going to pinch hit from the right side for the number 9 spot. Souza with a 2-2 count. Runner on first. And that's a routine ground to the third. The throw goes to second. The relay to first. And that is a double play. 5-4-3 around the horn. So now there's 2 outs, nobody on. Nico Horner is going to pinch hit for the Cubs. He's going to come up, 2-2 count. And he hits one hard to left field. That might be, it could be, it is gone. Nico Horner hits a home run to make this game 13-6 in the top of the 9th inning. 392 feet out to left field for Horner. So now Santana is going to bat. He comes up with 2 outs. Top of the 9th inning, 2-2 count. Santana waiting for the pitch. That is a swing and a miss for strike 3, and that is going to be the end of the ball game as the Cardinals prevail 13-6 over the Cubs. The Cubs got 6 runs on 8 hits. Feels like a long time ago, but the Cubs had a 3-1 lead at one point in this game. The Cardinals, however, 13 runs on 15 hits, and they really hit the Cubs bullpen hard today. player of the game is Paul Goldschmidt of the Cardinals. He went 2 for 3, scored 3 times, 2 RBIs, hit his 10th home run of the season. And the Cubs' John Loaiza gets tagged with the loss. He allowed 7 runs, all earned in only 3 1/3 innings, 5 walks to 3 strikeouts, and a home run. The Cardinals' bullpen actually was very effective today, throwing 5 innings in relief of Carlos Martinez. Chris Ellis out of the bullpen gets the win. Brebbia gets a hold. And the Cardinals improve after this game to 36-35, while the Cubs drop to 34-38. Well, the Cubs now have ended a 3-6 road trip. Hopefully they're going to get well going home. Thank you for listening to Replacement Player Baseball.